How's it going, everybody? It's Charlie and welcome back to another video on the Chatting Leeds YouTube channel. As you can tell by my smile, Leeds United have gone and won at Molineux by 4-2. It's your match review. Just before we get into it in a little bit more detail, as always, please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're brand new and share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Massive result. Massive. We needed that so much. Obviously, with the other results pretty much going for us so far today as well. It means that Leeds United climb up to 14th in the league. Obviously, I know there's a few games, isn't there, tomorrow, but, you know, hopefully Leeds can stay in a positive position after this game week is finished. But yeah, let's just start off with the lineups then. I was pleased to see Gnonto in and Somerville dropped to the bench after his most recent performances. Obviously, the double pivot of Weston McKennie and Mark Rocker, as a result of Tyler Adams being injured, is what I expected, and I said that in my predicted 11 video the other day. So the lineup was pretty much as expected, really. Leeds start the game off quite well. Obviously, Jack Harrison scores first in the opening 6 minutes. 2 goals in 2 games and an assist in... 2 goals and an assist in 2 games for Jack Harrison now. And I thought he had a good game overall as well. I thought his press was good. His passing has improved in this game as well. And he took his finish really well. So it was a great start for Leeds United. Obviously, inevitably, Wolves, you know, being the home side, they did get a bit of momentum from about 20-25 minutes on. Created quite a good few chances for themselves. I think Verba cleared one off of the line. I think Melier had to make a few saves. So they did start to pressure us a little bit, but we rode the wave quite well in the first half. I thought as all-round attacking play was better. I thought we had a bit more composure. I thought Brendan Aronson improved in this game as well. Obviously, he had his moments when he lost the ball a few times and he did look a little bit weak. But that is Brendan Aronson in a nutshell. I think he needs to improve in that part of his game. But his energy, his intensity, he did look a little bit more confident on the ball as well, which was good to see. But yeah, obviously, I thought Ayling improved as well. There was a few occasions in the first half where they were beating him quite easily on their left-hand side. But it didn't really result in any danger for us. I thought the back four remained fairly solid up until a certain point, which I will speak about in a little bit, which is just a slight negative that I'll be talking about soon. But obviously, overall, I am really buzzing with that. Unbelievable result, and Wolves away just seems to be our playground at the minute, doesn't it? We go into the break at half time leading by 1-0. And I was saying on the watch along, by the way, big up everybody that joined in the watch along and got involved. It's the first time I've seen Leeds win whilst doing a watch along, so I'm really happy with that today. Had some good interaction as well, so big up to everyone that joined in the chat today. But yeah, I was saying at half time on the watch along that this is where you'll see where, you know, what Leeds are really made of in this moment in terms of a mentality point of view, because let's be real here, pressure moments, pressure situations and Leeds United don't usually go in the same sentence, but that seemed to go out of the window. Obviously, in the first 15 to 20 minutes of that second half, Leeds United get another 2 goals. Obviously, the first one through Luke Ayling within about 5 minutes at second half. From a corner, Mark Rocker into the box. It goes over everyone and Luke Ayling a mile onside. And he gets low and he heads it in to make it 2-0. That's 2 goals in 2 games at Molineux for Luke Ayling as well, at the same goal as well. And he did the classic Robbie Keane celebration as well. I love that from Bill. Love that. And in a week where he obviously did that interview about having a stammer. As you can tell, probably if you're an active viewer of my channel, I do suffer with a bit of a stammer at times as well. So a big inspiration is Luke Ayling, and I'm really pleased that he went and bagged himself a goal today at Molineux. And then, yeah, obviously Leeds, you know, we're 2-0 up, we're playing well in the game. Gets to 60 minutes and Grazia decides to bring Willie Gnonto off for Rasmus Christensen. Now, obviously, at the time that change was made, I was thinking it's quite a strange sub, which, one, bringing Gnonto off because I thought he had a good game. You know, he assisted Harrison's goal. I thought he was having a good effect on the game. But it wasn't just the fact that it was Gnonto that was coming off, it was the player that was coming on for him. And it was obvious that when we brought Christensen on, that we switched to a back three. And obviously Christensen operated at right wing back and Firpo was at left wing back. Christensen had been on the pitch a matter of, I think someone told me on the watch along, about 25 seconds. The Wolves player has hold of the ball in his own box. Christensen just stays with him, wins the ball back, just looks at the goal, takes a shot, and it goes in. 3-0 to Leeds United. Rasmus Christensen's first goal for Leeds. And at half-time on the watch-along, I was asked what position would we improve on in the summer, and I said right back because Rasmus hasn't been cutting it. He comes on and scores a goal instantaneously. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up with Leeds United. So yeah, again, 3-0, cruising, playing well. And then Wolves play a ball over the top. Meslier comes out, heads it clear. Falls to Mark Rocker. Now, instead of just holding on to the ball, maybe, I don't know, heading it on, flicking it on, even if he'd have just kicked it to the other end of the pitch with no one in sight. But he tries to play a smart touch into, I believe it may have been McKennie or Aronson, whoever it was. And it goes straight to Johnny and he just hits it on the volley and it goes straight in. For me, Mark Rocker's at fault for that goal. I actually think he had a good game apart from that, but he is at fault for that. I don't think Meslier could have done much more. He cleared his lines. People might question how he cleared his lines, but at the end of the day, he still cleared his lines. So for me, he isn't to blame. I think Mark Rocker should have headed it on or done anything else but what he did. Again, it's hindsight. You know, Leeds have gone on to win this game, so I won't dwell on it too much, but I think that was just a bit of poor judgment from Mark Rocker, which led to that goal. And then Matheus Cunha, a player that Leeds United know very well, having been linked with him for a lot of years under Bielsa, comes on as a sub and scores. Well, it came off Max Ferber. It was a big deflection, in fairness. I think Meslier had probably got to it if it hadn't took a deflection. And it's 3-2. And at that point, you're just thinking, same old Leeds. Same old Leeds. Poor game management. Can't manage a game out. As soon as they scored the first goal, I think Leeds went to bits a little bit for about 5 to 10 minutes. Poor on the ball. Too weak on the ball as well. Poor passing. Poor defending after that first goal. And that ultimately led to the second goal as well. They obviously brought Adama Traore on at some point as well, the oiled up steroid machine. And he just seemed like he was their outlet and it was getting predictable. It was every time they had the ball, they were just giving it to him and hoping that he could beat Junior Firpo. Firpo was, of course, on a booking, standard. So he got hooked for Pascal Strauch. And Brendan Aronson came off for Somerville as well. Obviously, Rodrigo had come on after the first Wolves goal for Patrick Bamford. Bamford, for me, didn't offer much in the game, but it was a bit of an improvement on his performance against Brighton for me. For Rodrigo, he had a chance where he was pretty much one-on-one with keeper, but he overran it and he ended up getting dispossessed. At that point, I was thinking, is he still a bit rusty? Is he still getting back to fitness? And it was a very, honestly, I've never been that nervous on a watch-along. I've only done a few, and I will continue to do them, but that's the nervous I've ever been on stream, and I think it was quite visible to see. I was like that. I was like that for a lot of it. It was the most painful victory to watch that I've ever seen, but I don't care because we managed to get it over the line. 7 minutes of additional time. Actually, there's another thing that I need to mention as well, and that is Johnny's red card. Rightly so, it was a red card. I think Casemiro for scum got sent off last week against Southampton for a similar sort of challenge. So they have to be consistent in this league, and he was consistent, and he gave them the red card. 7 minutes of additional time, and Leeds United score in like the 95th, 96th minute to seal the game off. Mark Rocker wins the ball off Adama Traore. Slight tug of the shirt, which they all start moaning at. They fall asleep for a minute. Somerville picks up the ball, plays in Rodrigo, and a nice dink over Jose Sarr to get his first goal since his return back from injury. And obviously they did go to VAR, and at that point I'm thinking, right, they're going to chalk this goal off for the tug on the shirt. He did tug on shirt, he did. But I don't think it was enough to be given as an actual foul. So he allowed the goal to stand. And the game actually ended up going on for like 101 minutes. I think Nunes on the bench for Wolves ended up getting a red card after apparently he went for one of the officials, which, you know, Wolves always just get rattled by Leeds United, and I find it quite funny, to be fair. I can't lie. But yeah, I thought Javi Gracia got his subs spot on, especially the Christensen one. I just think in terms of the game management side of things, I'm on about the players on the pitch. I think they do struggle to see games out in certain moments. We managed to do it today, so people might think, well, we did see it out, but let's be honest, for a good 15 to 20 minutes there, we all thought that it was going to either be 3-3 or 4-3 Wolves, didn't we? But, you know, Javi Gracia's league record at Leeds, 4 games, 2 wins, a loss and a draw. That's a fairly decent return. It's a fairly decent return. It's 7 points out of 7 points out of 12. So it's not too bad. I'm fairly happy. Obviously Arsenal away up next, which will not be easy at all. Hopefully we gain some confidence from this though, and hopefully we can nick something at the Emirates. It will be a very, very monumental task to do so. But whatever happens against Arsenal, if we can go and beat Forest and Palace, come on. Big result was that. Overall, very, very happy with that, guys. I can't lie to you. So yeah, there's not a right lot that I can really say. Obviously, I will have a little think, and I'll jot down some points that we can talk about tomorrow night. On the final say, I will be live on the channel at 7 o'clock tomorrow, or about 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, where we'll all be happy and we can all have a positive chat about a very, very good win away at Molineux. Just before I finish, guys, please smash that like button as always. Please subscribe if you're brand new. Share all of your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below, and I'll see you tomorrow night on the final say. Cheers.